Good morning. I'm just going to try to find where I'm live because I want to make sure my lighting's okay. Just give me a second here. It takes a minute, so that's why I tried to jump on a second sooner here. So, let's see. Oh, I have to use my computer, so I don't know how slow that will be, but I'm going to, I'm not seeing it. Let's see if I refresh the page. It's always nice to see if you got your lighting and that you're centered. Well, anyways, this is Kelly A.G. And let's see that. Oh, here we go. Okay, I think we're good. So yeah, if you're jumping on, say good morning or hello that you're here. Okay, and let's see, that's a little bit. Hopefully that is better with the lighting. I'm not sure. But okay. Well, anyways, we're going to get started. So today I'm using the Sweet Citrus bundle. And this is really a nice bundle on the stamp set. They had a stamp set that had, like, I think the lemons or something before, and I didn't get it, so I was kind of bummed out. So thought this time I'm not missing out. But I'm using that, and then this is a hybrid folder, which means it will cut and emboss at the same time. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So we have the dies to cut out the fruit, and then we got 2 of the leaves and 2 of the flowers, which is really nice that they're doing that. Okay, so I'm just going to set this aside. But I am Kelly A.G. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator up North Michigan, which I love it up here. So, let's see here. And it's gloomy. It's been very, very, very gloomy, so I'm ready for some sun. But I just wanted to show you on page 49 is the bundle that I'm talking about. It is $49.50, which I think is a pretty good deal. You get the embossing folder, the dies, and the stamp set. Okay, and then I'm also using on our celebration, which is good for January and February. On page 14, the Dandy Designs, the 12 by 12 paper. This is a awesome pack of paper. I think you get, 48 sheets, but I don't know if you can see this. This is like really, there's a lot of paper here. So I got a couple of these. I thought I love this paper, so I'm not gonna miss out on them. And then the other thing before we get started, I was just gonna let you know between now and Sunday night at midnight, if you take and place a $35 order or more with me, and use my host code, I have the link listed, but I will send you the stuff to make these cards. Now you will have to have the bundle and everything so you can stamp it, because we're not allowed to stamp. So you will have to have that, or you can use, if you have some other fruit, whatever. Okay, so let's get started. And then stick around, because I do have a couple other projects that I had done that I wanted to show you. So we are going to start with card number 1. And I had done a little bit of this. I want it to kind of be prepped so you don't have to stay here all day. But the first card that I'm doing, I have the Granny Apple Green. So what I'm using is the Granny Apple Green ink and the Daffodil Delight. Okay, so I have 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. Excuse me, I have a little tickle today. And then I took and I have, for the inside, I got the 4 by 5 1/4, just a basic white. And then my layers are, I have basic white at 4 7/8 and 4 7/8 by 5 1/8. And then I cut my designer paper at 3 3/4 by 5. And I think I cut this wrong. I have a little too much there, so let me just trim that. Get my trimmer out of here. I guess I was kind of in a hurry when I was doing that. So this should be, my basic white should be 3 and, oh, I got that wrong. It's 3 7/8. I said 4 7/8. So 3 7/8. That'd be way too wide. By 5 1/8. Okay, let's see if that works better. It does. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just start layering. Got some more tape out. Let's see, I got this one open already. Last week I ran out of everything. So I have to dig in my stash and get more out. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the front. Okay, and I'm going to keep my insides separate. So what I did is I have, this is from the, I think the Stylish Frames. I did this in Granny Apple Green, the circle. I'm almost 100% sure that's where I cut that out of. Make sure I got this the right way. So we're just gonna add that. But I also had, let's see, you know what, I had a strip of paper here. And I'm going to take that, let's see. I was wondering, I forgot that I put that strip of paper there, the Granny Apple Green, to kind of go across. So I'm going to just snag another one, but let me put that on first. Let me see if I can get this off. I kind of wanted to add that first. And why I didn't cut that, I don't know, but I'm going to cut it. So I wanted to add that before I added the other. And I'm going to just go, let's see, 5 1/8. Because I want it to go just beyond to the white. So let's go ahead and put this on. And now just add something to it, the little strip of the paper. Got a lot of Granny Apple Green, which I haven't used in a while, and I love that color. Oops, I get it right from the white to the white. You almost can kind of go by the lines. I got that a little bit longer, so let's go out a hair. I need to get my new blade out for my trimmer. I'm going to put this kind of on the bottom since I ripped it off. There. Okay, so that's for my inside. I'm going to put that aside here. I got that. So let me show you what I stamped, and then we'll cut that out. And I'm going to do that. So I got a piece of white. And I think that like you just really need maybe a 4 by 4.5 size of the white. And so I'm taking my Daffodil Delight. I've used different ones in I don't know. I like the Daffodil Delight probably the best. So I'm just gonna put it here. And what I'm going to do is ink my the outside. I'm going to ink this first, and then I'm going to ink this, and I will do like a second generation where I'll be stamping off. Okay. So I'm just going to ink it from the top because you want one darker than the other. But this is the old ink pad, and it's sometimes kind of hard to get used to. So I'm just going to put that there. And I'm using, because this is photopolymer, I'm using my little mat. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to take the inside, and I'm just inking it from the top, so I get it inked really well, or try to. Okay, I think that's inked good. And what I'm going to do is stamp off once, okay? And then I'm going to bring this back and take and line it up. And it lines up fairly easy. Okay, and then just push down. So it doesn't, there's nothing of course for this one because it's a full lemon. Let me just cut a little bit of this off. Okay. So while I got the ink out, I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to stamp my little flowers. And I'm doing that in the Daffodil Delight as well. So there's that. Now you got two of the inside. So I'm just doing it all the same. I got a bigger one and then the two little ones stamped together. Fairly easy to center. Oops, I had a little blue on there. You'll see why later. Okay, and then on this card, I actually did my leaves with the Granny Apple green ink on the same cardstock, but I think I like it better on the white. So I'm just going to show you, and that's what I ended up cutting out. I think I like that better. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you. I stamped 3 of them just to give you an idea. Okay, so I did 3 of them. Now, what's nice with the dies, as I had showed you before, you got 2 of the flowers if you wanted to stamp them separately, and then 2 of these flowers, sets of the 3, and then 2 of the leaves. So it makes cutting go a little bit faster, okay? So let me show you how to do this. We all know pretty much how to do that. So I am going to, let me see if I can, I'm moving stuff all around, so I have to find what I need here. And, hang on a minute, oh, here, I got my card set on it. Okay, so on the Stampin' Up side, the little embossing folder, that's the side that this goes on, your little framelets. And it kind of drops in there, locks in there, but not that you can't, you gotta hang on to them. Now you will know if you have the right side or not because this does not fit on here, okay? They're just the opposite, so you'll know if it's wrong or not. But what I do is I hang on to this, okay? Then I bring it like this. I just want to get it in here. As I'm hanging on to it, I kind of line up my lemons, okay? So I got them pretty good, so I'm just going to hold that. Now, for the big shot, how you're going to run this through is because you got your embossing folder and dies. So you'll use a plate number 1 and the number 4 plate. Okay, so I'm just going to run that through. I have this off my table because otherwise it shakes way too much on the table. Okay, so I got that. This is easy. So you use plate number 1 and 4. Okay, and look at that, embosses and cuts out at the same time, which I think is just awesome. I've had a couple other ones, but honestly, I didn't use them. So I thought I'm going to show you how to use them. Excuse me. But if you use the embossing folder separately, this is how it will come out. And I do have another card that I did use this, so I'll show it to you after. But let's go ahead and finish our card. Okay. I'm going to take that right out of there. So the only lemon that I did not pop up is this one. The other ones I did. But you can do what you want. Let's see, I want to probably use a little glue on that one. But it's so cool. You can really see the dimension on that. We get excited with the craziest things, right? Okay, so I'm going to put that back. And I'm going to pop the other ones up. Now, you can cut a couple of these out, like if you want to add, say, 2 of these or 2 of the slices instead. Doesn't matter. You can create them how you want. All right, so I just put that there. You can really see right there how much, you know, the bossing dimension that it did. Hopefully you guys like this set as much as I do. Okay. And then I'm just going to put one kind of right in the middle there and have it go right there. Okay. So now we will add our leaves, and I'm just going to do a little glue on there, and hopefully I got all 3 of my flowers. I do. If anyone has any questions about cutting stuff out with the Big Shot, please let me know. Sometimes I think I don't really want to bore you to death by cutting all that out, but if you do have questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Sometimes you're just starting or haven't done a lot, you know, lately, so. Okay, so I got that there. I'm going to add the flowers, and you can kind of move these around however. I guess I have a little more green showing on this one than what I did on this one. All right. So now for the inside, I stamped sending you a big squeeze. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that, and then I added just a little strip of a 1/2 inch by 4 1/4. Designer paper, which I should probably do my stamping first, right? All right, so let's see. Let's hope we don't make too big of a mess. So sending you a big squeeze, because this is a birthday card. Oh, look at that. I forgot my little, oh, my little pad thing. I keep moving everything and I'm kind of losing my stuff here. All right. So what we are going to do is, let's see if I can tear this off. If I can't, that's fine. We will just Oh, yeah, I almost had it. I'm going to get just a different little piece here. I have an extra piece. I'm going to stamp first and see how we do before I put that on. What a big difference. It's important to use this pad. If you have a hard table, it's not so bad, but if there's any kind of little leeway, then it doesn't stamp very good. And I'm just going to add these flowers. And I kind of like how they stamp too, so it's kind of nice to use them. All right, so let's try this again. I love the dot paper as well. Okay. I always do put my videos over to my YouTube channel as well. So if you know, if you're not on Facebook, I send out a link for the YouTube channel as well. You can always subscribe to my channel. Okay. So also, if you got any questions about how to run that through the Big Shot with the folder, I'd be happy to help you out. Okay, so now let's add our little twine. And what I'm using for embellishments is, I'm sure these are retired, but it's the red and green adhesive back pearls. I don't know if they are retired for sure. I knew they were in the Christmas catalog, but I really like them. So I kind of wish that they would stay. Maybe they have. I haven't looked that far. So, okay. Oh, you know what else I need to do? Let's see. Before I put this on, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So before I put that on, I need to go ahead and emboss my sentiment. So let's see what this one says. Have a zesty birthday. So I'm going to get this back out again. Use my little embossing buddy. And go ahead and ink it with the Versamark. I have a longer strip than what I need, but I'll just cut it off. And then I am using the white embossing powder. And I'm doing that on the Granny Apple Green. Okay. And I got my little heat gun, so it'll take just a second. Kind of heat it up before you get it going on there. I have that little kit that Stampin' Up is selling now with a little tray and everything, but I don't know what I did with my little tweezers. So, but when it turns nice and white like that, it's heated through and it's good. Okay. So I'm just going to snip this on an angle. All right. So let's go ahead and put this back on here. I want to kind of put that right over top so I can kind of see where I'm going to put the little ribbon. And I just kind of glued that so it would stay good. I didn't pop it up because we have a lot of it already popped up. You could put it down here too if you really wanted to. But I kind of liked how it looked being there. Let's give that a second to adhere. And then I will add my embellishments, and I did the gold ones. I figured I might as well use them since I have them, right? You could use any of the embellishments. I did the flower. And one right over here. Okay. You can put them wherever you want. But, okay. So what do you think of card number 1? Do you like the green on the green or the green with the white? I almost think the green on the white I like better. And in the inside, which we saved, which is good. So, okay, card number 1. So let's go to card number 2. And I was kind of playing around with this paper, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I wanted to add the dark because I think it just added more to the card. I can't see any comments, so I'll go through after I'm done with the live and that. And even if you're watching the replay, type in replay so I can kind of tell. I'm not sure if it's a good time for people or not, but it works out for me coming in live in the morning. Okay, so card number 2 is this is the Thick Whisper White, which is 4 1/4 by 11, and I scored at 5.5, so it folds nice. And then I have a piece of the Granny Apple Green, which is 4 by 5 1/4, and I added the white, which will be let me see here. The white is, that's 5, I gotta stop and think, 4 by 5 1/4, so it is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I think I got my measurements wrong there. And then this is 3 3/4 by 5. So my designer paper is 3 3/4 by 5. I'm pretty sure that's right. But anyways, they're just 1/4 of an inch smaller, okay? So let's go ahead and layer that. I guess the piece that is more important is on the bottom, but okay. Sometimes you don't have to add a lot of layers, and then other times you just need something more. I think I originally put this on a green card and just had the white in the white in this, and it looked really washed out. So that's why I ended up changing it. Okay, and then this little piece is the back of this, and this is, oh boy, I know this is 2 inches by 3 3/4. So it's the same size by 2 inches. And I got that right on the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and add this to the front. So is everyone enjoying like the warmer winter that we're having? I know some people want snow, but I'm happy with not having it. So this is again from the Stylish Frames. Cut it out in the Granny Apple Green. Sometimes I feel like when I'm doing this card, like I need my focal point on like a background. Like if I just put it on the lighter paper, I don't think I'd like it as well. Okay, so we got that. Now I went ahead and cut out my lemons and everything again, and my leaves, because I figured you didn't want to watch me do that all the time. But like I said, if you got questions about that, please let me know. And then I'm going to just glue that. And I embossed this, sending you a big squeeze. I took and embossed that in the white, just like I did the first card. So I'm going to put that down here. And then we are going to layer our little lemons again. So the only two that I popped up were these two. The other ones I took, and I'm going to probably add these leaves since I am doing that. Okay, and then we're going to just kind of come over a little bit more. So we'll go ahead and layer these, or not layer, but pop them up. So if you pop up your, hopefully I'm in the camera here. If you pop them up, you can kind of stick your leaves underneath them, but if you don't, then you have to almost glue them first. So has anybody been watching any good TV shows lately? We have been watching Justified, which is it's a lot of it's a good show. We're kind of addicted to it, but oh goodness gracious, a lot of drugs and a lot of killing that I really be kind of thinking a little too much, but overall it's okay. It's just, I don't know, something to watch, I guess. All right. Tuck that in there. And you can just always do like one leaf if you didn't want to do, you know, the two all the time, or just one set of leaves. Sometimes I think that makes a nice filler. Now these flowers you also could do with glue dots. I don't know why I cut out extra. Better hang on to them, though I might be missing them from my last card. I'm going to put that there, kind of fill in where I need to fill in. Let's see. I want that there. Let's see, I'm putting that there. I'm just, yeah, I'm going to put that right there. Okay. So for my inside, let's see. I did put Thanks a Bunch, and I got the little strip on the bottom. So I just cut a strip 1/2 inch by, I don't know if this is 4 1/4. I think I got it going right across. Yep. And then since that's 1/2 inch, oh geez, I guess I gotta move it down. I must have did this by 4 and then my other piece by 4 1/4 to go across, but I think I got this at 5/8. So, but I am going to go ahead and stamp Thanks a Bunch first before I get carried away, and hopefully I don't mess up. If not, I'll have to add a circle or something. Oh, shoot. I touched down, I wanted to move it, darn it, anyways. I was going to move it up, and I already had kind of gone down too far, but it's okay. It's just got a few little blotches, not too bad. Don't you hate when that happens? All right, I just want to be careful I don't put my card in the, into the ink with my stamps up there. There. All right, so let's finish with our little piece of twine, which I don't know if I cut. Did I not cut that? Thought I did. Let me just get a piece. Okay. So when you do like your double bows with the twine, I just cut 2 pieces the same. And if it's hard for you to tie because they're so curly, what I do is just put them and just kind of pull them with the bone folder a couple times. Most of the time they kind of smooth out a little bit, so it's a little easier to tie. Oops, let me get them the same length here. Sometimes I can tie them like nothing, and the next time I struggle. They're not too bad. Okay. And I'm going to add that with a glue dot. Yeah, Donna, I wish the sun would shine too. It's just kind of blah. Actually, sometimes I don't even mind if it snows some, just to brighten it up outside. A lot of our snow's gone and everything, so it is quite gloomy. Okay, so we will add our little embellishments here. I'm going to put this one right there instead. So I don't think I messed up too bad inside. You can't hardly tell, but so sending you a big squeeze. Thanks a bunch. Isn't that cute? I thought it was cute. Okay, our third card for today. And I'm kind of using the same product and stuff, but just different ways to put the lemons on. Now you could use these for limes, lemons, grapefruit, whatever you want. So, and this says it's another birthday one. Enjoy the sweeter things in life. So we will get started with that one. I got enough flowers this time, which is good. Okay, so this card is the Granny Apple green base, 4.5 by 11, and we had scored it at 5.5. So I just got my white, which is for let's see. Oh, no wonder I got them wrong. I think I got the wrong measurements for each card. Let me see. That was the Whisper White. That's why I was so confused. Yeah, the bottom, the last card, the bottom designer paper is 3 3/4 by 2 inches. So, but okay. This one is the white is 3 3/4 by 5, and then I got the designer paper at 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So just a little bit smaller. Okay, and then my inside. So let's go ahead and get these down. I love when the paper, the front and the back work together. I think that's nice. Okay. And just kind of center that. All right, so I have a piece of vellum, and it is from the Stylish Frames again, and so I just kind of put that right like up a little bit higher, and I'm going to actually just use my tape and do it in the center because we're going to be covering a lot of it, so you're not going to see the tape, but you want it down good. Okay, so I got my little lemons here. I think this was supposed to be the piece of paper for, oh no, maybe that's for the inside. I was going to say my other piece of paper. Nope, I put that on the inside. So we'll put that right there. So this one I did just a little bit different, but I think I popped all these up, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put our dimensionals on all of them. Wait till you see the finished other few things that I got to show you. I'm working on a, oh, it's like a kind of birthday card holder thing. And I'd like to do a video on that too. And it kind of all goes with this set that I'm working with. So I'll show that to you here in a minute. Okay. So let's start with the big one. Kind of always easier to put the bigger one that you want there. And it's taking off these backs of the dimensionals. Okay, and kind of like that. And then the slice. Like that. And I'm going to add the leaves before I add the bottom one. I'm just using a little glue. And I just like to use the glue because I can move it around. Could use a glue dot. Okay. So are you thinking about getting this set or? All right, there we go with that. Now I did take in, already do this with the embossing. So what I'm going to do is add, where it says have, I'm just going to add some tape or glue, but I'm going to add dimensionals at this end because I want that end to pop up, but not the where it says have. So I'm just going to tear that off. And I'm going to add just a little glue here so it can stick to this lemon. Okay. Once that sticks, we'll be good. Okay. So see how that's kind of more even? I probably should have did my the have a birthday. Let's see if I can get that down just a hair more. There. Okay. And then I'm going to put this lemon kind of right here. There, then that makes that kind of even. And I actually had another piece in case I messed up. All right, so I got all the leaves. Now I'm going to do the flowers. And I even did one little flower on the lemon. I guess I didn't tie a thing for this either. Let's just put that there. So let's just put that down there. Okay, I'm going to glue this little piece, again, another little 1/2-inch strip. This is for the inside. This time I got it going all the way across. But I want to stamp this first. And I wrote, let's see, I stamped, enjoy the sweeter things of life before I put, oops. If anyone needs the measurements for the cards, let me know, but they're pretty basic. Oh, look at, I took and got way too much ink on there, but I think I can be careful and I'm going the right way. Straight up and down, good. I don't know what it is, but my dog must be shedding like crazy. I have got like her hair all over everything. It's driving me crazy. Oh, I did tie a little thing. It was hiding. I don't don't know. I don't know what that means. Usually you don't shed this early, but I'm going to put this right on top, kind of. And I got it a little too long, I see. So let's use my old scissors and just trim that off. There. Okay. So we will put that in here. Gosh, I'm just doing 3 cards and I kind of got a mess already. It's the fun of it, right? All right. There's that, and we're going to put our ribbon on. Sometimes I roll those little glue dots into a ball before I put it on, but most of the time, if you're careful, you can get it on pretty good. Okay, and a couple of the embellishments again. I think I used all gold, but you can use the silver too. I think I just did let's see, there. And there. Yeah, I'm just going to put that one right there. Okay. So, do you like today's cards? I hope you do. Glad you guys are joining me. Now, what I was talking about is, this is what I'm going to make, where I got to have my daughter type out my calendars, where I'm going to have like January through December or January through June, and then on the back side will be the other 6 months. But like I can put quite a few cards in here, and then if you got the little calendar with the dates, and then you can kind of write everyone's name on it. So I don't know why that one's not going in all the way, but you can write their name in it, and there, just getting hooked up. And then you can kind of just keep that on your desk, pull out January, and you can see, you know, whose birthdays are in January, and you're ready to take and, you know, send them out. So I did this with the same paper and the same, like, you know, thing, but I kind of did this with 2 different colors. I did the outside with the darker color, which is the Mango Melody, and then I did the pale papaya on the inside. But I'm not sure. I think I like the lemons. To me, this is more like a grapefruit, but I don't mind it, so it's not horrible. But I kind of want to do a video on how to do this box, because it's fairly easy but a little tricky. So, okay. And then this was the 4th card that I had made with this set. And it just says, thanks a bunch and sending you a big squeeze. I thought this was cute too. So it's kind of the same thing, but just a little different paper and, you know, stuff. But this is the one that I kind of whipped together this morning. And it's with the navy blue and the navy blue. And let's see, I think it's the Parakeet Party, the in colors. And I really like it. It's just something a little bit different than what I did with that set. So it looks like it's more limes, but it just says, enjoy the sweeter things in life, sending you a big squeeze. And, you know, just for a little encouragement, or if somebody had a goal that they met, whatever. But I really like this. And then I used the silver. I always like navy blue and silver anyways. But this is how the embossing folder looks. And then I just took and kind of roughed it up a little bit. So what do you think? Do you like this one? Hopefully. But would anybody be interested in how to make this box? Because they're fairly easy to make, and I think you can, you know, use them. So I almost need like really a little bit bigger one, because I got a lot of cards in here though. So, but Anywho, thank you for joining me today. And like I said, if you place an order for $35 or more between now and Sunday midnight, use my host code, and it has to be $35 in product, not with the shipping and handling and the tax. It's got to be a product. And then I'll send you the 3 cards to make free, and you will have to have the stamp set, or you can use anything you want, really. You can put on there, okay? So we will see you next week on Wednesday at 10. And if I put together a video on how to do that box, I will share it on Facebook, or you can go to my YouTube, okay? Have a great week and weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.